Three, two, one. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Me, the reviewer slash reactor. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I just came off of doing my trailer reaction to the Supergirl movie, the official trailer. I guess that's on the channel, so go ahead, check that out first if you're interested, then come back and watch this video in its entirety. Alright, so checking out the official trailer for Masters of the Universe. I think they dropped something earlier. If I'm not entirely wrong, y'all can correct me if I am though. And I did see that first, maybe like a teaser or something. And I did see it when it first came out. I think it's by Amazon MGM Studios, right? And I also mentioned when I saw the early screening for Project Hail Mary was also being, I think, partnered by Amazon MGM Studios. And in that one, the only trailer that they played, I think, was their first teaser, I guess, for Masters of the Universe, or the teaser trailer, I guess, right? Which I thought looked great, and I think seeing it, like right before the film, made me more hyped because that was the first time I saw it before going to see an actual film, rather than just watching the trailer for the trailer's sake. So yeah, I checked that out and I was interested, what exactly this universe would be like. And let me just say this. I'm not really someone who grew up with, the whole lore behind that. I think that it was based off of some, I guess, an earlier, I think, show which ran, I think, in the 80s maybe. I'm assuming most people who were kids back then are like full grown adults, whereas I'm a younger adult, I guess. So I'm not, fully like up to speed with all the stuff that came out back then, but I do have like a decent understanding of who some of these people might be. Like He-Man, yeah, sure, why not? And he has like a sword, I guess. And I do know, I think Jared Leto's gonna be playing Skeletor in the film. I guess is gonna be like a villain with like skeleton head thingy, I guess. Um, I'm not entirely sure what too much of that means, but yeah, no, it's great to see Jared Leto in a film, right? No, what was the last thing he was in? I think the last thing that he was in that I saw was Tron Ares. I don't know if I discussed it on the channel, but I didn't like it too much. I think it was a little overhated. I thought it was like a pretty mid film overall. I want to say it was like a 3 or 4 out of 10, but I think a 6.5 for me is what I ended up giving it. But hey, that was just that film. And it was heavily, in my opinion, carried by music, Nine Inch Nails, and score, the sound, and the visuals, always. Because I think that one had, I guess, the best visuals out of the three, but it just makes sense. Technology's gone better over time. I'll give Leto some credit. He was the one pushing to make another Tron film after, like, I don't think Legacy did too well, which is still my favorite personally, just because that one has the best story. And eventually the director went on to do films, I think, like I think he ended up doing Top Gun Maverick and F1 as well, right? Which are some of my favorite films of his. So yeah, I didn't think Legacy was too bad. It's my favorite of the franchise. I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise too, but I would say that one is the one that I watched, that I enjoyed watching the most, I'd say. The original Tron is good as well. It's just the visuals are a bit outdated, and it takes a bit to get to the main like story plot line, I guess. But once you're in it, you're in it. So I did enjoy it. They make a lot of like computer references in the films, which I think is all right. It's cool enough, I guess. But other than that, like, that's just where the franchise is. But hey, it's nice to see they're trying to push Jared Leto to really become an actor again. I think the oldest film as I may have seen may have been Fight Club, and I actually didn't know he was in the movie until I saw it. And then I was like, okay, that's why I didn't know he was in the movie. He's barely in it, right? And then, of course, we all saw him in Morbius and we all loved it. I think, fun fact, I think Morbius came out around April 1st as well, right? So it may have been like a couple of years ago from this exact date as well, right? And I was actually thinking of going to see that movie for my birthday, I think. It's a good thing that never ended up happening, but um, that definitely would have been an interesting choice. I have seen all of Morbius though, like, cause like, dude, that thing made a more $1 billion at the box office. Like, everybody's seen it, right? One of the best movies ever. No, I did think it was a little overhated though, but yeah, it wasn't too good. I think personally, my favorite films. I think my favorite film of the Sony Spider-Verse universe may have been Craven. I enjoyed Craven, and I enjoyed the Venom movies. I think that was about it. I didn't really like Madam Web um, or Morbius too much, so I think I just left it around there. But yeah, he's in this film. Idris Elba is also in the film. He is going to be Man at Arms, and I have no idea what that means. All right, so yeah, I guess just take it as it is. Yes, and we'll move on from there. And I think a couple other popular actors are in this film as well, so it's cool to see them. Again, in terms of the lore behind these characters, who they are, I really don't know anything, which is why if there's anybody who knows more about it, please inform me. I want to have some sort of idea before I go into this film, especially films which have some sort of lore behind them, like comic book films or like, movies that are from books like Project Hail Mary. I want to get a little understanding of the source material just so I can understand, okay, this is what's going to happen. And it sort of helps to set my expectations to be like, this is probably what I'm going to be in for. But from what I can tell, it's going to be a fun film, fun time. Obviously, it's going to try to explain as many characters as it can. I don't know if the film's runtime is going to be perfect enough for that, but I guess we'll see. Or if they're going to try to make more of these, depending on how well the film does. But I think the visuals for the film looked okay enough. I don't think they look too bad. But I'm assuming the main actor, He-Man for the film, must have had to get into some pretty good shape to end up playing this guy. Because, when you think of He-Man, like, you think of, I guess, of like this very strong, like, jacked sort of guy. Maybe, when he takes his shirt off. But I don't know. Anything else really beyond that? Like, I didn't grow up with too much of this, which is why I'd like to know more. But again, like I said earlier, this film feels like just a fun time, for people from, various ages, I guess, various age groups. But I think it's going to try to pay homage to the people who watched the original, series of it that there was. I do remember, I think they tried to make a film for a couple years ago. It's been out actually. It may have been like early 2000s or late 90s. I'm not entirely sure which decade it was, but I don't think that film did too well, so I guess they're trying again. And I think it makes sense because I think these are the films that people are interested in watching now more than ever. And it just comes down to how well do you A, market the film, and B, how good is your film actually. If both of those things work out, then yeah, people will go and see it. Like, how much trust are people willing to put into it? For example, like Fantastic Four First Steps, had it not been for Marvel delivering like some really bad films before, I think the film would have made even more money because not a lot of people saw it in theaters, but almost everyone watched that thing on Disney Plus, right? Because when it came on streaming, people were like, hey, this film is actually good. I gotta go and recommend it to other people. So yeah, I just thought it was completely ridiculous. That's why I try to like promote these movies in advance and tell people like, hey, if this thing is good, go and check it out. Or if it's not good, be like, don't check it out. All right, and yeah, I share my thoughts based off of that. But anyways, let's just check out this trailer. It's like under 3 minutes long, which is perfect. So I can give my review for it. But anyways, let's full screen this bad boy. Alright. I don't know what part of the film this is going to be from, but I guess we'll find out. Alright. Let's go to the start. There we go.
I know most of you don't remember me, but
Uh-huh.
I know all of you.
Is he a human now, I guess? He's on Earth? I like this. Like the way, like, I don't know how they shot it, like with the camera or whatever, but that was cool.
Even though I was stuck light years away on Earth.
He has a desk job.
I never stopped trying to get back home.
He knows what his original home is. Okay.
Everything changed since you left.
It's all gone.
What's gone?
Skeletor took my family.
Jared Leto.
And he destroyed our world.
Is that his mom?
It's not my fault. I know how it feels to fail.
Idris Elba.
Take the sword.
Man at Arms.
And when you fall, that's your chance to stand tall.
So it's like the Heimdall and he's Thor. That's a funny comparison I made. Alright. This summer?
The universe shall quake and must shudder. This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it.
Cool. That
I
is.
can't do it without you. Somebody wants to brawl. I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
What is that? I don't know. Cool looking creature though. Alright.
You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it. Trust me, I know how to use it.
Alright. Okay. Master of the
Tell everyone
Universe.
that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
Yeah. It does, I guess. It does do that. That is not something you would just say like that and people would actually take you serious for that. It would be like a little cool prank or joke, but yeah, that would be weird to say the least to mention. Alright, think I got most out of that, you guys. Again, I don't know too much what to say about it other than it looks cool, visuals look good. I think whoever did the costumes for this film, I thought they looked decent enough. They could be a little bit better because I do feel like there's some room for improvement, but other than that, I think they look good. They definitely look good. So the costume, the designing department, whatever it is, I think they did a fantastic job for the film. The VFX, the CGI, like whatever stuff happened in post, I think that worked out pretty well. And it seems like just a fun movie, I think for all ages, I guess. I was sort of making a comparison to like how He-Man reminds me kind of Thor and I guess Heimdall, Idris Elba in this case would be his Man at Arms. That was what he was called as well, right? So yeah, Man at Arms. So I think that is what's gonna happen in this film, anyways. And we have, who are the other characters? Tila, I don't know who she is, and Evil Lynn, is that how you say it? Is Alison Brie. That's the actress, so I guess she's gonna be one of the villains, I guess, maybe. I wonder if I've seen her in anything. Oh, she was in the Lego movie. Was she, no, that wasn't her. Who was she in the, she was Unikitty. Was she one of the, like the Lego, like the cat ones? I don't know what you call them exactly. Let me try to, yeah, it's the, like the unicorn character, right? Yeah, Princess Unikitty. Oh, it's a unicorn and a kitty combined. That's where they get it from. So that's who she was. Okay, and she was in both of the films. Yeah, her voice was like, I think I may have recognized it from somewhere, but I did want to double check on that. But anyways, yeah, that is about that. I wonder what people think about this official trailer. I only wish to listen to Skeletor declare Eternia will be mine just a single time. I feel like some of these characters just have like these one like main like sort of quippy lines kind of where they say things which do have weightage, but I don't think they're trying to be like a Joker sort of performance here. Like really get too serious. Just say cool stuff, I guess, and then like fight in a really cool way, which is gonna be awesome. Ironically, Leto's Joker voice, at least the laughing tone, would have been more lore accurate for Skeletor. LOL. Jared Leto's Joker voice. Was he the Joker in anything? Oh, why am I being dumb? He was Joker in Birds of Prey, right? And he was in Birds of Prey, right? Was he in Harley Quinn? I'm not sure, but that's where he's from because he's the Harley Quinn Joker, right? The Margot Robbie one. She was Harley Quinn, and he was playing Joker. And he was also in the Zack Snyder's Justice League cut, right? That 4 hour film. Yeah, he came in a little bit towards the end of that thing. Yeah, now I remember. I think I just forgot because I haven't really seen him as Joker. I don't want to. I've only seen, of course, Heath Ledger's awesome performance and Joaquin Phoenix in the first film. I didn't finish the second one. I was like, I'm good. You know? Because I really liked the first one. I think, no, I was like, there's no way the second one's going to be that good. The trailer almost had me, but then when I watched the film, I was like, why are we watching courtroom dramas? Like, what are we doing here, you know? No, and people are like, it's not money, it's not greed. I'm like, what do you think? What do you think it is then, right? Because they're not telling a good story. It wasn't a good story. I couldn't finish that thing, but that's why I don't recommend it. But it was definitely something to get through. That's why I wasn't rushing to see it in theaters. I was like, let it come to streaming, and then let's dial it down for a bit, you know, and take our time with it. But other than that, that's basically what I'll say about it. But yeah, guys, Master of the Universe. I am interested to check it out to see what it's about. And I don't know how many movies Amazon MGM Studios has made that I think I've seen actually that released in theaters anyways. Because I know they partner, especially for early screenings, they do a lot of that. I think they also partnered for Superman. So for like that one, for me it was, I had Amazon Prime, so I got to see it. I had Amazon Prime Video, so I got to see it, but it was only like a day earlier. It was anything too crazy. But let's see, Dolph Lundgren's He-Man will stand the test of time. I want to see He-Man movie. Okay, the first one wasn't 90s, it was actually in the 80s. That's what I was wondering. Like, I knew it was an older film. That one came out in 1987, and that one had Dolph Lundgren in it, and I think that's why the comment here mentioned that. And I think his portrayal of He-Man, I guess, will be remembered because, like, just based off of looking at it, like, dude looked like he was in some pretty good shape for the film. I don't know if Rotten Tomatoes cared too much about it, but yeah, like neither critics nor audiences really cared too much for that film. I think people did like Courtney Cox's performance though as Julie Winston, and again, I have no idea what she really did. I do know she's been in a lot of the Scream films. Has she been in? I think she's been in almost all of them, no? Again, I don't know why they keep making more of them, but I guess they have, which is cool. Because why not? They've been making money, I guess. But I am interested definitely to see this. I know I guess people who are like maybe millennials or like grew up in the 80s, like they really care a lot about these characters and what they mean to them, and they grew up a lot more so with the lore of He-Man and Masters of the Universe and whatever it contains. So if you guys know anything about it, if you experienced it personally, you have any emotional attachment to this film coming out or anything related to it, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comments below, because that is the purpose of doing this. and it's like fun for me, fun for y'all. So why don't we all just have a fun time, right? And the film was coming out.
Sound a little
I mean,
very.
okay, it was June 5th, right? I wanted to have that in mind. Okay, so it's not too far away actually. That would make it release, I think, before Supergirl then, right? So it's coming out. It's coming out in a bit, right? About 2 months away from it. I'll try to check it out if I can, you guys. I just don't know when yet, but it is on my list for sure of films to consider checking out. And again, if you guys know anything about it, then just let me know. But anyways, you guys made it to the end of the video. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna end it right around here. The Reactor is out. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.